Okay. All right. So let's start from the first question. Okay. There are only a few of them here who did the work, which I see from the system. Only half of the class done it. Only 7 of them. I know because I have the list with me. Okay. All right. Let me admit another student. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Okay. All right. So we will try to save every second because today our this mock paper 3 is under practice tab. Do you all have this print out with you? Okay, who has no print out, please go and get ready because only half of class did. Okay. Now, the pie chart, you know what's called a pie chart? Most of the school has started pie chart already by this timing. Okay, so pie chart is something like a diagram here. This is called a pie chart. Okay, it is usually round. It shows how William spent his salary last month, and he tell you that there are 2 straight lines in the pie chart. The function of the straight lines to tell you is that it is half circle. Okay, half circle means it can come in the fraction of being partial. Here is half. Okay, here is half. When you add them together, okay, or 50% or 180 degree, it can come in different measurements. William spent 10% of the money watching movie, which is here, watching movie 10%. Find the amount of money he spent on the clothes. So this is what their question asking about. Now, do you notice something? If you talk about angles, we talk about these 2 angles are vertically opposite angles. Am I right or not? So meaning to say they are of the same value. So can I say transport is also a 10% because they are vertically opposite angles? Okay. How about the other one? There is a clue given to you there. What is the clue there? Do you see something like a right angle here? Do you? Yes. Some of them say yes. Okay. Now, all right. Oh, okay. Krista, later when I go through the questions, then you catch up with it. All right. So then also key into the system. That's the good thing. You can key in later. Now, when you have a 10%, I'm going to focus on this. See, I'm going to focus on the blue part here. Now, it is a quarter. Why is it a quarter? Because of the 90 degree. Right now, when 90 degree, it is a quarter of a circle. When it is a quarter of a circle, we call it 25%. Now, can I say that the blue one is 50% of the whole circle? Correct. So in order to find my clothes, what I can do is to use the 50% to minus the 25% to minus the 10%. Okay. Oops. So I have a 50%. Because of the half circle, I minus the 10%. And on top of that, I minus my 25%. So therefore, 40, 40, 20, I left with 15%. Okay. But that is not all. Because he said he wants to find the actual amount. But then how you find the actual amount here in the first place? Look at here. There's another second workings that I need in order for you to work on. Do you realize that this one is also partial of the pie chart? Okay. How are you going to look at it? Now, I'm going to look at it as a half here. My purple half. My purple half is also 50%. So my 50% is going to minus my 10%, which left with 40%. So since my 40% is a 480, which I'm going to use this as the only clue. So 480 is meant for 40%. Okay. And what I'm going to look for is the 15% that they are asking for, which is the clue. So question mark. Now, during my class, I always tell my student that this is called the overhead bridge. How does this work? Okay. Now, I look at my question mark. This is an escalator to cross overhead bridge, right? You see, this is my overhead bridge. It looks interesting. Sure. Now, this one works, okay? How are you going to use this is make sure that column is correct. When you have a function of this percentage here in the left-hand side. Make sure all the percentage are there so that the value is on the right-hand side. Okay, so first thing first is you look at the question, get up the escalator. What did you see? 480. So quickly write down 480. Cross the overhead bridge. What do you see? A division, divide. Okay, divide. Divide by what? Divide by 40. So I divide by 40. Get down the escalator, multiply. What do you multiply? Multiply by 15. Okay, for this purpose, I am going. Wait, I'm going to use calculator. So let me this. Okay. Okay, so use calculator 480 divide by 40 and you multiply by 15, you will get down to 180. Okay, all right. So those who did correctly, yeah, there are a few. Thank you, Krista. Yeah. Correct. Savings. Good. Answer is 180. Thank you for your response. Yeah, class, very good. I see people responding from here without me asking. Very proactive class. Thank you so much. All right, let's take a look at the second one. Now, do stop me if you have questions, okay? Don't be shy. Now, the second question for those who have done, some of them get correct. Okay, not all of them got correct, but then still there are some partial workings are correct. Not all. Let's take a look here. Now, do you realize something here is it is made up of two squares, ABCD, which is a bigger square, all right? And then PQRS in the small square inside the big square. And the two identical semicircles, you see here the semicircles is in the two rectangles, right? If you come and take a look at it, okay? And they cut into these points of AB, and then they cut into the points of BC, DE, CD, AD, all that respectively. So now the question is, you are supposed to find the shaded region. Now the shaded region, if you look at the diagram, it is made up of which one? Here, okay, if you take a look, I'm going to do this. This is the one. This is the one. Correct. What else? This is the one here. And also here and here. Now, you can see that all these are scattered all around. What I can suggest, let's take a look here. How are we going to do this? Look, first thing first, I will want to take a look at what are the shape here that can I cut from the triangle or the semicircle to paste into the other part of the rectangle here. Now, I want you to take a look at this. If I were to cut this away, I cut this, and this one will become white color, right? For example, this one is white. I see whether I can put white. Yeah. So this one become white color. Am I right? So when I say I make it white color, I must make something black. So this thing will be pasted here to make this black color shaded part now. Am I right to say that? Okay. This one also, I'm going to cut and then paste it here to make it shaded region. Okay. Shaded region here. So this part will become white color. Okay, so this one is white. So unshaded. There is another part where you can cut here. Yeah, you can also cut this. You can also cut this. Then you say, when you cut this, where are you supposed to paste? Take a look here. I'm going to move this and paste it here. I'm going to move this and then I paste it here. Right. So what do I have here in the end? it will be this shaded part, right? And then also this shaded part. Now, and then what happened here is the box below, this portion below, the rectangle will become blank, white space. So what happened now is I'm going to use another type of shading to tell myself what I'm going to look for. So this is the shaded part. Here is the shaded part. Am I right? If I look at it, I'm going to shade this. I'm going to shade this. This is what I'm going to find. Okay. And then this is what I'm going to find. This is what I'm going to find. This is what I'm going to find. This is what I'm going to find here. Right. So I'm going to put them in yellow to show that this is my real shaded region after cutting and pasting. Right. So now do you realize something? I left with only white space that is here. Okay. This is called the white space. This is called the white space. So now I can do something. I'm going to find this so-called area of this rectangle. Look here. Can I say this is the area of the rectangle? Let me do this neatly. Okay. See here. This is the area of the rectangle. Do you see here? This is the area of the rectangle. And I'm going to find the WW. Use the rectangle to minus WW. It will give you the yellow shaded part where the question is asking you for. Am I right to say that? Okay. Very good. Wow, I got a lot of response. Let me read this. That is interesting. And some of them wrote a very long steps here. Okay. Somebody say move it to triangle AP. Yes, yes, correct. That's very good. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Hannah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you have your way of doing it. Very good. Thank you so much. That's lovely. And then the steps are correct. That this is the area of the square. And then you minus 2/4 inside. Yes, exactly. Okay. All right. Then you, after that, you add and then you do this. Yes, very good. Naya, is it Naya? Naya who say that? Yeah, correct. The whole rectangle. One square equals to one rectangle. I use the square. Also can. Wow. Is it the same as the other one? Okay, which one is the other one that you're talking about? But is it the same as the other one? Okay, Brian, you can ask a question, right? So which one are you referring to? What do you mean by the other one?
Another rectangle.
Yeah, which can you label the rectangle name? You have to help me with the rectangle name if yeah. Okay. RC. Yes. Yes, because it's cut into, yes, it's cut into that portion. Yeah. Okay. So first thing first, let's find out what is the area of this rectangle. Okay. Now you have a length of 56. When this is 56, what can I do? I can find this first. This from here to here must be half of 56, which this must be 28. Okay. So probably I will say that this is 28. I'm going to draw it out here. So probably I'll say that this is 28. Okay. So area of rectangle first. Which is 28 multiply length and breadth. Okay. So 56 multiplied by 28. All right. Equals to 1568. All right. Can you help me with all the responses? If you have the calculator with you, help me to key in as well. Okay. Now, what does WW give you? It gives you a quadrant, right? Yeah, somebody say quadrant. Thank you. So area of quadrant, which is, I'm going to put there, W plus W. So that gives you a quarter multiplied by pi r square. Where's the pi? Did they give you of any pi or not? 22/7. And where's the r, which is the radius? Radius is 28. All right, can somebody help me with this?